Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Wavern, and this is the third video in the SSHUTTLE guide. This one's going to be focused on multiple hops. We're going to use Sandbox 4. I named all the different areas so it's easy to talk to. Sandbox 4, and I'll draw the plan that we're going to go through. Sandbox 4 is here, and we're going to use Kali 4. We're going to bounce through that Ubuntu, and then have a SSH section open right there. I'm going to give us a quick look at the traffic at each one of these segments, just so you can see who's talking to who. Again, for your knowledge of what's happening, and also to see how the pivot is actually preventing a direct association of this and this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off by showing you the command that we'll be using and the configuration that we'll be using. So, all right, where's it? Console. All right, so the command that we'll be using is this one right here. And this actually, hold on. Let's go back, move this out of the way a little bit. There we are. All right. All right, so this B comes from the configuration file I'll show you in a moment. It is referring to what we're trying to bounce through, which is this. So that is now going to be known as B, and you'll see that this is known as A. So Kali will go through A, then B, and then get to our target. The other thing you'll notice is that this isn't just showing a target that we want to get to. It is showing a target network that we want to get to, which is going to be really cool later when we get into other sandboxes, and then I actually can push forward an entire network that you can just directly get to through one of these pivots. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you actually really quick the config file so you can see where what that B looks like and what the A looks like. All right, so, and there it is. The config file is in your .ssh/config. This is just like SSH, by the way. Pretty much the same thing. Everything is very much like SSH, like I said in the last video. So it's just that they've kind of simplified a lot, I feel, to make this just make this work. So here we go. Here's our B, which I told you was over there. So B is Ubuntu 4A. Isn't that confusing? Yeah. And A is Ubuntu 4B. That's great. I don't know how I ended up doing that, but that's what I did. So, bam. Those are the two. Hopefully that makes sense. Is as clear as mud, as I say. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. And then this is our proxy command that we're using. That's an SSH proxy command. That's standard proxy command you would use there. So that kind of shows you where this could go. A lot of possibilities here. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this out, Control X. We're going to now go ahead and run the command. There's our command. It's asking for the local password because it's going to be setting up some firewall rules and stuff. So the only privileged user that we're using for this is the Kali box, and that's kind of the beauty of SSHUTTLE as well. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And now I got to put in the passwords for each one of the unprivileged users that we're going to hop through. And it just sits like this. Again, we could background this. Actually, let me bring this up. We could background this, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just so you guys can clearly see it and stuff like that. But there's a lot of possibilities here. It's scriptable, all kinds of stuff. All right, so let's go ahead. And our next goal is to just open up that SSH to the Metasploitable. All right, so let's do this. All right, so I already got that command. Here it is. All right, so it's a standard command I used in the last videos to get to Metasploitable, and what we're doing right now is just saying that, yeah, I can make a connection, I can get there, and I can hop through things, and then I'm going to show you the network traffic and what it does when you do it this way. So you don't actually make that direct association. In this case, you won't make a direct association from Kali 4 to Metasploitable 2.4. All right, let's do it. Password is, bam, done. and we're in. I'll do the same silly things I always do. ifconfig. That's just to show you something to just remember as you'll be seeing these IP addresses in our Wiresharks. I'll try to call it out, but the 129, this network is this segment right here. This is it. This is all that network consists of. And this is 129. This is 128. You'll see that throughout, and I'll try to call it out as well. Okay, the other thing I want to show you really fast is, oh, actually, I'm going to be using this command throughout the whole thing just to make it easy. That's the one I'm actually going to be running when we are like watching the traffic fly over the network. Okay, got it. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and clear this screen of those, and let's get started on looking at these segments and what the Wireshark PCAPs look like. Okay, so we're going to start here. We're going to start there. Let's go ahead and get this Wireshark up. Start Wireshark. Okay, I think I gotta put a quick filter on this one. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm just running that who am I command to see what does the Kali box actually talk to. Okay, yeah, let's do this first. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this extra noise. Not MDNS and not DNS. Enter. That's a little easier. There won't be much noise. We'll be able to see it. All right, so here it goes. Here's the SSH command going straight to that Metasploitable. Done. And you can see it right there. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. Done. All right, who's talking to who? That's what we want to see right now. Who's talking to who? We got a 112. One thing I didn't show you was that my Kali box is 112, so I will highlight that for you really quick right here, and you can see it right here. There, we're 112. Now you know. All right, I'm not making this stuff up because I think you'll figure it out if I did. All right, let's go. All right, so we can see that the 112, which is our Kali box, is talking to the 134, and I guess I didn't show you that either, but just in the interest of time, you'll figure it out as I show you these PCAPs, and I'm just going to save us some time. We're only talking to here. Obviously, what's really going on is I'm talking to here. I'm talking to this guy, but that is not what this PCAP is showing. And anyone who's watching from here, like with network, security software or whatever, they're going to see just a conversation between these two. So that's how that goes. Let's go ahead and clear this off. All right, now we'll kill this off here and get the next one. Come on. This is the only thing. One of the things I don't like about GNS3 is it's very difficult to tap on these. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. All right, so we're going to do another one from right here and see what this guy's talking to. Bam. Start the Wireshark. Same filter. Done. Run our command. This one's going to be a little bit noisier than the last one was, but no big deal. I'm just sending more traffic, that's all. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and stop that. Let's see who is talking to who here. Starting off with something we know and moving our way from there. So we know that the 112 is Kali. So we caught a conversation between the 112 and the 134. As you can see, that's the only two. The 112 never talks to anybody else. So we know that conversation is like this. Then we look at, so I'll go ahead and highlight that, 112 to 134, right there. Now we're going to look at the next one. I'll use green, and we'll say, okay, here's a new IP. This is 213. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is 213 is this guy. So this is our green. Oh, green sucks. Oh well, we're going to use it. And 134 is this guy right here. Okay, they talk to each other. So Let's see if they ever talk to somebody else. Look, 213, 213, 213, 213. They don't. All right, so 213 goes like this. So we know our first hop, or the first part of this, is the whatever that color is, pink or something. And the next one is green, and that goes up to this. And then, of course, we see nothing about that 129 because we don't want to. If everything's working right, we shouldn't see anything about it. So there's still the conversation that's actually taking place is still not obvious, which is good. That's exactly what we wanted. All right, well, let's move on. Clear. Yeah, we can just do that. Don't save it. Move on. I'm actually not going to do that next one. Yes, I will. I will do the next one. Stop. Capture. There's something I want to show you. Just briefly. Start capture. Boom. Yep. Ah, cool. Got it this time. Sometimes it opens and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so why did I want to show you this when it seems like it's very similar to this? Well, at least maybe it's very obvious why. And that is, you should, at this point, you should not be seeing this conversation at all because this is a switch. This is this at this segment you should not see anything to do with the 12, and that's our whole goal is to kind of make as soon as possible make this guy disappear and this guy disappear, ultimately making it so that there's no record of this conversation taking place, within reason. Obviously there's other tools out there that might figure this stuff out if there's like sensors all over the place or whatever. This is just to show a quick like how SSH pivots to these to multiple nodes and why that matters and the pattern there. Okay, let's go ahead and do our same old thing. Not MDNS and not DNS. Done. All right, now let's go ahead and run our simple little SSH command. There it is. Unless something didn't go. Try that one more time. Is my filter not working or is my capture not working? Oh, I know what I did. Sorry, let me fix this. I totally killed off my capture. Let's brief a little bit of a waste of time here. It is what it is. We're gonna do it again. Okay. Let's do that again. Okay, not MDNS and not DNS. Now let's do that again. We're gonna do our connection. Now I'm gonna stop it. Okay, so let's look at who's talking to who. We're gonna start with yellow. First of all, do we see any reference to 112, which would be our Kali box, and we do not. Do we see what do we see? We see the 134 and the 213, and they are just continuously talking to each other, and that's all we see. We see no references to this and no references to this. So I don't think I need to go any further in that. You guys know by now that here I go. I am doing it. 134 is here, and 213 is there. All right, let's move on. Done. Clear. And we'll look at our last segment, and that's the end of this video. Goodness gracious. There we are. I can't wait till they fix that with GNS3, so you can just easily click the links. All right. GNS3 is actually pretty awesome. I love this tool. You guys should all check it out if you haven't. It's free. There's so much more you can do than what I'm doing here. It's absolutely amazing. All right, let's go ahead and make this happen. There's our conversation hitting over here. And the neat thing is you don't see any other traffic. So I don't even have to put any filters on. Obviously there's nothing here. There's no reason to put traffic over here. It's not like it's a default gateway or anything else. It's nothing here. So I don't have to put a bunch of filters, and we don't have a lot. These two are not very chatty. All right, so but we are looking at who's talking to who again. We got a 128 talking to a 129. I told you that this is the 128, and I showed you that this is the 129. That is the only thing that you see happening. So as far as anybody over out here is concerned, there's an SSH connection taking place between these two, and everywhere else it was what I was showing you, and it is encrypted comms, like you know. And over here they know that this person is making a connection to this box, so you see this kind of stuff going on, but you never see what's actually going on. Anyway, that's it. I don't really have anything else to show you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will go into the next video, and I believe our next video is going to be the same kind of multiple hops, it looks like, and I'm going to try, let's go ahead and just give you a little precursor on that one. What I'm going to work on is I'm going to try to set it up so that we will integrate multiple hops using Sandbox 4 and Sandbox 1, and so we're going to see some of this kind of stuff going on. And again, it's going to be probably, this will be our attacker. I'll most likely use these multiple hops here, so it'll be something like that, and then it will come back out and hit this one. And then from this one, we will come into here and go after this guy. So that's what I'm going to try to do for our next video. So we're going to keep moving through this environment until we just run into some blocks or something. Maybe we figure something out that at least I can't do, or something that SSH or SSHUTTLE can't do, or something like that. I'm sure we'll always find workarounds though. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.